Hey everybody, it's New Name and welcome back. Today I wanted to talk about this screen right here. You may see this if you've signed on to RuneScape today or any time in this week up until September 15th, and it is a advertisement for RuneScape 3 leagues. Now, if you don't know what leagues are, it is a rotating game mode that is really popular on old school RuneScape where they've gotten 4 so far. Sorry, they've gotten 5. What this is you get a bunch of tasks similar to like achievements or combat achievements, except they're tasks you would have to do. Like as you can see right here, obtain a skilling pet, complete certain number of Slayer tasks, defeat a certain number of creatures, and it's a game mode that runs for several weeks. As you can see here, it ran from November to January for this last one that ran in old school RuneScape. And when you complete those achievements or tasks, you get points that you can then use to unlock different relics. These relics give you a bunch of power-ups. On old school RuneScape, they did things such as like your auto attack for magic would go twice, or melee you would attack faster. Things like that. So interesting to see how they would do that on RuneScape 3 and see how that might affect things. Why this could be important for RuneScape, if I pull up really quick, you've seen me probably show this many times on this channel, but the graph of players on RuneScape, if you look, you can actually see each of these spikes correspond. So starting here in January, each of these spikes correspond, like this one, let me double check I'm looking at the right one. Yeah, so here, these spikes correspond with leagues. So the first time you can see it is here. This spike was the second leagues, this was the third one, fourth one, fifth one, and this is the people from World of Warcraft coming to old school RuneScape. As you can see, these have been pretty huge events for old school RuneScape. The blue line, just to remind you, is old school RuneScape. And you can see it really increased their player numbers. And almost every time it spiked, it went down, but it usually stayed higher than it was afterwards before the spike. So it's a great way to get people into the game. I think it's a good thing for RuneScape 3, especially if they follow through with some of the tests they've been doing on getting rid of microtransactions. I do want to say I am going to try and play this. I am going to do my best to play it. Many of you know I work full-time, so it might not be, I'm probably not going to compete for ranks, but it is definitely something fun to do. Usually you get rewards from it. So like on old school RuneScape, if we pull this back up, you could see you get like outfits and things that you could override things with. I wouldn't be surprised if you see something similar to maybe inverse skill capes come from this, especially if it's something they do repeatedly. That would probably be a great way for this to come from. It's a great way to get people into the game. It's faster XP rates, faster skilling and everything. I don't know how RuneScape 3 will do it, but on old school RuneScape, it's just on different worlds. So they had like a list of worlds. See how we have like right now these cosmetic free worlds at the top that no matter where you scroll, they stay there. I would assume we'd see something like that for RuneScape 3 for leagues, and it'll be there. I don't know if they've announced really that much else from leagues. It doesn't look like it. It looks like they just announced, hey, this is when it's going to be, and there's a trailer for it. The league is themed around the power of the Stone of Jazz, also known as the Catalyst, so that could be pretty fun. I'm super excited to play this. I've played leagues on old school RuneScape for the most recent one. I didn't get super into it that much because I was working crazy busy at the time, but I did do a series on it. So I'm excited to see how this will go out for RuneScape 3. Super excited to see how this works for the game. I think it'll be huge. Make sure you are subscribed if you aren't to see that happen. I notice like 80% of you who watch my videos aren't subscribed. Make sure to give it a like, share it with your friends to get them to want to play leagues. And maybe if you play both old school RuneScape and RuneScape 3, or you're one of my old school viewers, maybe this is a good time for you to try out RuneScape 3. And with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.